Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Tuesday, April 16th, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Virgo. When the moon's in Virgo, it brings our attention to doing things, getting things done. Also brings our attention to our job, our daily routines, our health, and about thinking and strategizing, putting a plan in place for the future. Now, what we've got going on early this morning, well around breakfast time, as we're getting up, moving around, is this moon in Virgo making an opposition here to Neptune in Pisces. Sometimes this can bring confusion. Sometimes Neptune by opposition or square, it can bring confusion. We're trying to have a set of daily routines in our life, a new set of daily routines that we feel more free and more authentic to us, more liberated in. And perhaps there is some confusion. Is this the right set of daily routines that I'm doing? Does this really resonate with me personally? Do I really feel it in my bones that this is what I'm supposed to be doing? That could be the challenge. That could be occurring. There could also be some stuff going on inside us emotionally too. We're stepping into this new set of daily routines. Not only are they right for what we hope to accomplish, but how do we feel about these things? Do we feel okay with all of this as well? That could be happening. And I think needing to take some time at the beginning of today, not just to do things, but to make sure that the things that you're doing are really right with you, really resonate with you, and that you feel very, very comfortable with these planned strategies and things going on in your life before you proceed. Okay, I think if you can take that time out to yourself to process intuitively and spiritually what you're doing outwardly, it's going to help. That's because a few hours after this happens, now we're talking the afternoon, after lunchtime, this moon in Virgo is then going to make a trine over to Saturn in Capricorn. And what this is going to help us do in the afternoon here is start to commit to working on the day-to-day, to doing things that can put our life in a better direction, that are good for us, that can help us move forward into putting more of those structures in place that it is that we need. I think we just needed perhaps a little bit of time during the beginning of the day to check in with ourselves, to take a break for a minute before we can feel good enough to commit and to keep moving forward once again. But once we get to the afternoon, to me, this looks very positive. The next alignment that occurs after this one is going to be right around dinner time. Right around dinner time, this moon in Virgo is then going to make a sextile over here to the North Node in Cancer. This is another good thing. So even if we needed some time in the morning to space out for a little bit, or not to space out, to figure out what's going on with us emotionally, not only did we start to commit to things as the day moves on, to doing things in a positive way that can help us, but we also start to feel way better about our life, about who we are, about ourselves, feel way more positive about our self-worth, that we're making things happen, we're manifesting things in very, very good ways. So I like what's going on here. A few hours after that now, after dinner, this moon in Virgo then makes a trine over to Pluto in Capricorn. And what this can bring is a change in your job, a change in your daily routines, and a change in your plan. And I think this change is going to be a result of all the work that we've done earlier today in the past few days. So I think now that we're committing to doing things differently on the day-to-day, having a different plan and strategy to get us to where we want to go, and now that we've weighed all those plans and strategies out intuitively and spiritually, I think once we get to the nighttime today, we start to feel like, you know what, this is real. This is a real thing. My routine that I've been trying to change for a few days, if not longer, it's finally hitting home. It's finally working. I'm finally transforming to be this new routine. And this new routine is actually helping me to change my life direction in a way that I need so I can do more of what I really want. And I think it all starts to come together in positive ways, especially because a few hours after that, right around bedtime, after bedtime, this moon in Virgo then makes a square over to Jupiter in Sagittarius, and that's going to give us the excitement and the optimism to move forward in this new direction, doing new and different things on the day-to-day, to get excited about it, and to move forward, maybe incorporating new and different things into our routine thus far so that we can enjoy it, like it, feel good about what's happening. All right, and the next and last alignment of the day, still around the same time, bedtime, after bedtime, this moon in Virgo is then going to oppose Venus. Again, where we're still going to be weighing things out and spiritually. So I think there's a lot going on today. Bookends, the beginning and the end of the day. We check in spiritually at the beginning of the day to make sure we're okay. Then after we get some spiritual insights, we adjust we commit to a certain daily routine. Maybe we adjust things a little bit so that we can feel good about it. And after we've got a lot of work done, towards the end of today, we start to get excited about what's happening and then get right with ourselves again and process it and overcome it and understand it emotionally so that everything again starts to hit home. All right. And I like us ending the day on this note, because with this moon opposes Venus at the nighttime, I think it's going to help us, help us to understand who we are now at this point in our life, and to feel like we're starting to step into that more and more as every day passes, a new identity, doing things different that are good for us. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is going to be right here, Mercury. Mercury is going to be at the 29th and the last degree of Pisces today. Whenever a planet is at the last degree of a sign, it's very, very important. So I think this could bring lots of conversations up today, if not outwardly, then inwardly, about ourselves, who we are, how we feel, about the past, about overcoming the past, about getting rid of old habits, breaking cycles. Could be a little bit confusing with the Pisces influence, but again, I actually think, because this is where Mercury went retrograde, it's going to be out of shadow once it crosses this point. I really do think insights. We're finally realizing today, I am breaking ties with the past. I am moving forward. Maybe your relationships still need to be worked out with Venus and Pisces. Maybe there's still some things about relationships from the past and money from the past that needs to be tied up and adjusted. But I think your mind and your heart, where they're like you're going forward, you're committing to a new life, we're believing in it, and we're getting rid of all the things that are in our mindset that are holding us back from moving on. And to me, today is a big day to realize not only internally are you changing in a good way to support your new growth, but outwardly your life is changing and it's all starting to come together. And that you are doing your best to make it happen and to make these things come to pass if it's not occurring naturally on its own. Now, the third and the last thing that I want to talk about is going to be right here, number 3. Still Venus making the square to Jupiter today. And in a sextile here to Pluto. I think really allowing not only your image of yourself to change, how you see yourself to change in a big way, to reflect everything else that's going on, but again, I see your relationships and your finances also changing in a positive way to help you do something new and different that's going to help you get more excited, do what you love, incorporate new people. So I think there's a lot of good stuff going on today. We're moving on not only outwardly with our life to incorporate different things, but internally, and we're bringing new people with us in the process, new money situations with us as well, or adjusting old situations with relationships and money to help us in this direction. And today is a good day to start to see the results of that occur. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.